In this video, I'm going to show you how to read and play using the NASHVILLE Number System. This is going to allow you to play your songs in any key, as well as do a key change in the middle of your song. My name is Christine, and here at the Gospel Method, I want to make sure that you have all the skills and tools that you need to play your favorite gospel songs on the piano. For tons of free resources like the one we're going to be using today, as well as many other free handouts, be sure to go over to thegospelmethod.com and make your free membership. And if you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any free tutorials. So in today's video, we're going to be doing 3 songs in 3 different keys using the NASHVILLE Number System. You can see that instead of having chords, we have numbers, and we do have these little M's, and you might see other things as well, which we'll talk about later in the video. But today's video, we're going to go over 3 different songs in 3 different keys. So we're going to do Every Praise in the key of C. In order to read the NASHVILLE Number System, you do need to know your scale. Okay, so once we do a couple of examples, it's going to make sense. So I'm going to start by finding my C major scale. And if you don't know your scales, keep an eye out in the next couple of weeks. We are going to have a full video of all 12 scales with both hands, with the fingerings, and there'll be a really good chart that's going to go along with that. So once that gets released, I'll put it in the description box below as well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find our C major scale because I want to play this song in the key of C. And I'm going to write that down. And then on top of my scale, I'm going to write the scale degrees. And so what this means is that each note of the scale gets a number until it repeats again. So if my scale is C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, I would just start at C and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then once I get to C again, it's going to start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so I'm going to write that up at the top. And this number system at the top here, these are called scale degrees. So just what part of the scale we're on. That is what we use to create this this NASHVILLE Number System. So anytime I see the number 1, if I'm playing in the key of C, let's go ahead and put that in there so we know. We are going to play in the key of C. I can say in my head, every time I see a 1, that's actually a C. All right, so I'm going to fill them in here. And then I have 6 with an M. So I'm going to go over to my little chart that I made. 6 is going to be A, and then M needs to stay because that's our symbol for minor. And so if there's any other symbols after that number, we do have to keep those. Okay, so we can't just put A. That would be incorrect. 4 is going to be F. 5, if we look at our chart, is going to be G, and then back to 1, which is C. All right, so we figured that out on our own, and I've written them in. The idea with the NASHVILLE Number System is that you're going to have these memorized. So generally, I would start with 1 key at a time. So every time you see 1, you're going to go C. You don't even have to really think about it. 6 minor, you'll be like A minor, like just like that. So I'm going to play it now just so you can see. Every praise is to our God, every word of worship with one accord. Every praise is to our God. All right, so you could either write it down, which kind of defeats the purpose, but while you're getting used to it, you could, and then memorize it and try it in different keys. Okay, so let's go down to our next song to give that a try. And this one, let's choose a different scale. So for Falling in Love with Jesus, I'm going to do the key of D. This one has some sharps in it, just so you can see how that will work with, and then the next one we'll do with flats. So let me write down our D major scale. Again, this will be coming out in a future video if you don't already know your scales from year 2. And then I'm just going to write 1 to 7 on top of all the notes in order. Okay, and I end up with my little D major chart here. So 1, if I wanted to play it in the key of D, is going to be D. 4 is going to be G. And again, I'm just looking at my chart here. 1 is D. 6 minor is B. Here's our 6 is B. And I have to keep the minor. 4 we know is G. 5, let's go check, is A. All right, and I'll just fill these in really quickly for the rest of the song for you. All right, and then I'm going to play through it, and then I want to tell you something really, really important about that minor key, as well as other things you're going to come across. So here, if I play this now, it'll be in the key of D. Falling in love with Jesus, falling in love with Jesus, falling in love with Jesus was the best thing I've ever done. Okay, so good. It works. It sounds nice. We know we did it correctly. Before I go on to the next song, I do want to show you there's 4 different types of chords that we must keep the same when we are doing the Nashville number system. So we'll have major, minor, diminished, and augmented. So you might see things, and I'll do it all for C so you can see what it would look like. So C major would just look like this, C. Okay, minor is going to be C with a little M beside it. Diminished would have C diminished, or it could have a little circle, a little tiny degree circle. Sometimes it'll show up like that. And then C augmented would look like this, or sometimes it might have a plus sign, a C plus. Okay, in the Nashville number system, it's going to look like this. 1, or it could be any number, but we'll just do it with 1 so you can see what it looks like. 1 M, 1 diminished, and 1 augmented. So if you see minor, diminished, augmented, you have to write those beside your note whenever you're translating it into whatever key you're doing, because that's the 3-note chord. And again, we're going to have an entire video on that coming up this month. We're really focusing on the Nashville number system this month in our premium membership as well, which I'll talk about at the end. There's lots and lots of resources that we're jumping in with this. But yeah, there's going to be a video coming up about each of these types of chords. We can't change them. They only have 3 notes, and we have to keep them the same. So if you come across something that looks like this, like 5 diminished, in this case we'd have to write G diminished. Or we're in the key of A, or key of D, sorry. That would be A diminished. And then let's say you see something like 4 augmented. You would have to write in the key of D, G augmented. So you'd have to keep that beside it, okay? Or it won't be correct. All right, now let's move on down to our 3rd song, which we'll do All Fly Away. And I'm going to choose a flat key this time, just so you can see the difference. So I'm going to pick A flat major. So I'm going to write my scale here. And then on top, I'll write my numbers. So you can see, once you know your scales, this is pretty quick and easy to connect the dots here. So our 1 will be A flat this time. 4 will be D flat. So again, I'm just looking over at my chart here. A flat, 6 minor. So let's go check that. It's going to be F, and I have to keep the M beside it. And then I have A flat, and then I have E flat, and then A flat. Okay, so let's try that. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. So it sounds right. We know we did it correctly. So you can see it doesn't matter if it has flats, sharps, no black keys. It works the same. You just follow your scale. Try your best to memorize one. Pick a favorite. Do a bunch of songs in that key so that you get used to the 6 minor in A flat. It's always F minor, so you can do it without thinking as well. And I did mention at the beginning of this video that you can choose whatever key you want, but you can also change keys as you're playing. So if you wanted to do, verse 1 in A flat, and then you want a key change, and you want to do the chorus in B flat, and then you want a key change again, and do that, verse 2 is in C, and you can change in the middle of the song. That's really easy when you have Nashville number system, because then you don't have to print off numerous pages, so you wouldn't need to have, the whole thing in all the keys. Once you know your scales, you can use one page and do as many key changes as you want, as long as you know your scale. And in the premium membership, we are going to go more in depth into the Nashville Number System. So if that's something you're interested in, this is kind of like level 1. We just have, a minor chord, and the rest of them are really simple major chords. But over in the premium membership this month, we're going to be adding in 7th chords with this. We're going to be adding in walk-ups and walk-downs. We're going to be adding in some of those funky ones that don't follow the rules of the scale, like what happens if you see 7 flat, or what happens if you see 4 sharp, right? Our scale doesn't have those, so we'll kind of talk about some of those ones that you'll find. And we have some songs that are much more challenging that have a lot of different chords connected in it. And so there's a leveled system in the premium membership this month for that. And again, it's not going to be difficult. This is level 1, and then like everything else we do at the Gospel Method is very step by step. Okay, so we'll give you little bite sizes at a time. So then by the time you're done the unit, all the videos, then you'll be able to play the Nashville Number System in any key and feel really comfortable with it. Okay, so that's over there. And if you haven't checked that out, definitely go to thegospelmethod.com and check out the premium membership. We do have a 7-day free trial. We have things in there. So now we have the Nashville Number System. We have a shout unit. So how to play shout. We have things about preacher chords and talk music. We have a library in all 12 keys so that you can pick songs that you like and try practicing in different keys if that's something that's new to you. And everything that we do has handouts and is step by step. Okay, so some membership programs can feel overwhelming, but with the Gospel Method, when you go in, everything that you choose has a video that goes step by step, just like we do here. It just takes you a little bit farther and gives you a little bit more information on the handout. All right. Oh, also with our premium membership, you do get access to a Zoom meeting once a month with myself. So if you do have any questions, or if you want to bring a song even that's not in the premium membership, something you're working on your own, you can feel free to bring that to the Zoom meeting, and you can show me and we can take a look at your playing and you can ask any questions. So it's a really nice community, and it's got a little bit of something for everybody in there. So go check it out. There's a free trial, 7-day free trial for that premium membership, and you can see if you like it. If you haven't done so, be sure to subscribe and like this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye!